Why did we move? How much did all of this cost? We plan to recoup the investment in 2 years, ideally less. A more efficient team equals cash. Hello everyone. For those who forgot, my name is Vladimir Skorobogatov and I am the co-founder of WARPOINT. We didn't record or shoot anything for a whole year. And we haven't shut down. We closed our first location, which we opened in 2020. Here's the video. It will be linked here or in the description below. And we moved to a new space in the same shopping and entertainment center. Even more, even better, even bigger, we created, designed, and finalized a new design concept. This year we opened several of our sites. Most importantly, we have begun active international expansion throughout the world. WARPOINT will soon be everywhere in the world, in over 16 countries. Today, in one video, we're trying to share everything we've been working on. A year. One of the main things is that we created and continue to create our own ecosystem of WARPOINT products. This is software designed for more efficient and safer operation of our locations. The WARPOINT company is growing, developing, scaling, improving, and becoming more efficient. But let's go in order now. Let's start with our park. And let's go, guys! And let's start with a review of our new old park at WARPOINT in the Alatyr shopping center in Yekaterinburg. We moved up to the next floor. This is the floor with the food court, the floor with the cinema. This is where all the streams intersect for those coming in from the first floor. From the main entrance, for those coming up from the elevators, from the other side, the parking lot, there are elevators on both sides, and this spot is probably the best place to set up WARPOINT. A very large, beautiful entrance area, basically. A whole wall, almost 40 meters, a glass showcase behind which you can see both the arena and the VR room. And here it is, our huge glass showcase along the entire arena. Decorate railings, 20 meters. Why a glass showcase? A small one, with certain stickers. We'll also finish decorating these railings. Our guests are playing in the virtual world. It's very interesting. Because over there, our guests are playing, putting on helmets, running around, shooting at each other. In the virtual world, of course, it's very interesting and it looks unusual from the outside, which also attracts attention, just like the open, transparent VR. So right here, just behind the cinema, crowds of people gather and watch what's happening here, and it happens faster. With our entrance area, we always try to make it as big as possible. Open, dynamic attractions with dynamic lighting. We recently added the emotion attraction to our lineup. Guys, our colleagues in Belarus produce excellent attractions. You stand up and ride. In recent videos, you saw that we added interactive aero and hockey to our parks. This aero hockey, the puck is real, but a projector shines onto the table surface. Here, interactive games are designed with a real puck. The sound, knock, 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 grabs your attention again, making it clear that there's something entertaining here, even if you don't turn your head. This reception area was designed by me together with our designers, of course, to make it clear with the brand. Logo, right away the letter. WARPOINT is, by the way, the beginning of our, let's say, park tour with the new design. We completely redesigned our park. Well, for the most part, we reworked the colors, but we also created a new reception area. A very beautiful new lighting is also my achievement. So, that's the question about what I do in our company. I come up with new designs, new lighting, and how to do it right. Let's move on. Here we wanted to create a wall with interactive projections. We hung up a projector and tested different software, so to speak. You've probably seen little kids running up to it with all sorts of things like spiders and cockroaches. Maybe some plates are suitable, they touch or throw, the clinches break there. Well, in general, it's an interesting thing for the audience there. We wanted to make it a separate activity for ages 0-8, but for now we tested it and left it here on the wall as an interactive projection, more precisely, just our new promo video for the game that we also made this year. All the games are one of our achievements, and here we also play different videos about events that can be held, and so on. So, that's how this area turned out. A large wardrobe, lots of drawers, electronic locks, everything for adults, 2 changing rooms behind curtains. Here on the sides they are. New lounge area, new place where we hold events. Glittering letters, luxurious and fancy. Let's go in. This is our first lounge area. Probably the only one in Yekaterinburg that has a window. A beautiful view of city. We completely removed all the colors. We moved from red and blue colors. From the walkthrough group, as you saw, we made the lounge area a bit more a serious calm color, gray. We made these decorative elements. By the way, a more interesting version of the concept has already been implemented, but in another location in Yekaterinburg, the Vermol shopping center, and there might be a video too. Or check the description for the link about it. This is the role of the first shutter, which lifts up, creating a large lounge area here. So we have 2 zones in this park, and we've been practicing this for quite a while. Sorry, but in the park there's 1 arena, and we're creating 2 zones. First of all, well, if the space allows, in terms of convenience, 1 company came in and 2 haven't left yet. That's not quite right. It occupies about 35 square meters. And secondly, we actually have a raid called VR Zone, a children's birthday party, an adult one where our arena doesn't fit, but our VR room does. The guys come in directly. It's cheaper. So the guys come in directly. It's a more affordable rate. We call it the VR Zone, and the guys come in, hold events, and play in the VR room. We have, thankfully, a big one here now with as many as 8 attractions. But still, I want to say once again, the design, I don't know, take a look for yourselves and write some comments. Whether it's better or worse now, I want to say that it's definitely become more expensive, and I personally really like it. Such more adult, gray tones, lighting, all of this is the kitchen. Everything is preserved in the passage. The extreme zone is our simulator area, the car simulator. In principle, we have had them for a long time. They perform very well in our parks because for many it is immediately clear, and the adult fathers raced with the kids. It's a shame that all 4 didn't fit, just 3, but they are very popular. Here's zone number 2. So here it is, the steering wheel. It's a shame that all 4 didn't fit, just 3, but they are very popular. Here it is, zone number 2. So here's the steering wheel. When you open it, it's big, huge, cool. This zone is again for what? To lift and hold a big event. Look, right from the entrance, there's a beautiful bright arch. Everything here is kind of figure-like. So the idea was like a tunnel effect. I'm going up the escalator and I see a tunnel. There's lighting, lighting, lighting. The Veron is glowing here. It's glowing there. Let's go inside. Arches. So we added these, meaning we added some shapes here. The idea was a bit like a spaceship, maybe something like that. These passages, 8 mules, lighting on the floor, such squares laid out everywhere in the digital format. Quartz vinyl is great for use. It's easy to handle. It peels off easily, and any tile can be replaced. All right, let's move on. This area is very popular. It used to be just 25 square meters here, with literally 4 mules, but it worked great and showed excellent results. Now, a little bit later, I'll tell you how we grew when we increased the area and increased the number of attractions. One of the products of our ecosystem that's placed here is so that you can approach staff and show what we have here, available games in our park. For example, you can discuss the VR Arena WARPOINT about the game modes. You can watch a video, check out the maps. For example, you can talk in detail about the VR Arena WARPOINT, about the game modes we have here. You can watch a video, check out the maps that are available in our park, about the VR room, about all the games that are featured in our VR room catalog. You can also check the age restrictions, a brief description, and a video for each game. Our arena, the arena is bigger than it was. It was about 240 square meters. Now it's around 270 square meters. This is the perfect area for a 5-on-5 game. 200 to 300 square meters. 250 plus SQM fits 10 players. But in my opinion, a comfortable game is 250 plus. 250 to 300 square meters is a comfortable area for 10 people to play. We've moved away from red and blue colors, leaving only the lighting, because it would probably be quite dull to have just black and gray colors. The new designs of our banners, well, not exactly banners, these are soft mats. We call them that so that if you do run into the wall, it won't hurt as much along the entire display. You can see our glass arena perfectly well. Here, you can see the view from all sides, from the food court, the escalators, and the cinema. There's a huge railing, so if you do try to run, you'll end up reaching the glass of the arena. We've gone for more serious colors, something a bit more mature, but it's been a while. I would like to hear your opinion. Again, to see and read your comments. Let me know what you think. New concept for the park's design, new design. Why did we move the marketplace? And here in Yekaterinburg, the very first WARPOINT location was opened, covering 400 square meters on the 3rd floor. There is a clothing store next door to us. We won't advertise it. So this clothing store is so popular that they didn't have enough space here in the shopping center and changed. The administration told us that you will have to move out, but in return, they offered us a space on the floor above, which is where we are now. More than 50%. So it was 400 square meters, and now it's 630, 640 square meters. Here, the move is equivalent to closing the old arena, the site, Park Nash, completely, and opening a new one. It is clear that we were able to take away several attractions that we had there. Everything else, of course, was, so to speak, left behind. All of it was broken, thrown away, forgotten, and moved on. What difficulties arose? We closed on May 15th, 2024. And only on the first, conditionally, we opened on October 1st, 2024. So this process of moving, renovating, and so on stretched out over 4 months or a few more months. In general, the plan was to take 2 months, but it ended up taking more than twice that time. But nonetheless, we opened on October 1st. Overall, it was long, expensive, and we didn't plan for the move at all. What did this give us? We expanded the area, we added more attractions, we made more room, the arena is twice as big, and we went from 1 space to 2. We finally have a proper staff room here, as there was no team space, and now we have more attractions. We have a proper staff room now. Finally, we have a proper space here, because before, in the lottery, there was no room for the guys at all, and now we have more attractions. Here I am sitting at one of the best attractions, and overall there are 1, 2, 3 dynamic attractions here. We're thinking of adding an interactive table. So the revenue from the extreme zone was around 200,000, and now it's about 500,000, which is almost a 300% increase. Revenue growth. There are a lot of people passing by here, so the foot traffic is good, better than at the previous location where we were located. So this is our favorite entrance area, which attracts the most attention. It has started bringing in 300% more. We created our new beautiful VR room, and we made it twice as big with more VR stations. For now, it seems like we're just getting started because the revenue growth was about 20%. Let's say there were 4 VR stations and the revenue was 300,000. This year, the revenue there is 350, 360,000. It grew by 20%. Of course, I wanted more, ideally double or even triple, but for now, it seems like the venue is still getting into the swing of things again. The overall figures say the following. The revenue was around 10,000, and now it's already around 700,000 to 2,800,000. How much did all of this cost? In general, today is the year 2024. These are very high prices for building materials, which have been skyrocketing for the last 4 years. These are high prices for labor because there are fewer workers now. Basically, it's a turnkey renovation, furniture, equipment, everything you need. As of today, it's about 30,000 per square meter. Probably, and roughly speaking, there are attractions worth another 5 to 6, 7 million rubles here. So the overall figures can be rounded off. We invested about 25 million rubles for 630 square meters in this park. We plan to earn a net profit of probably over 1 million rubles here, because this venue has always shown a good average check and good revenue per square meter. It's more correct, more professional to say we plan to recoup the investments in 2 years, ideally less. Right now we're working on efficiency. We improved the venue. A more efficient team equals money. Regarding the events, before moving to the old venues, we used to hold events for about 700,000 to 750,000 rubles a month. So in this same October, November. Now this year, after the move, after we made 2 lounges, there were 750. It became 1 to 100,000, 1 200,000, 1 250,000. This is the revenue we're currently seeing from events at this venue. Let's go now. International expansion involves a company extending its operations beyond its home country. This process helps in accessing new markets and increasing global presence. WARPOINT opened in more than 16 countries around the world in 2024. This year we had our first partners, Germany, Spain, that is Berlin, Barcelona, the capitals, Costa Rica, I don't remember. The names of the cities are Thailand, Cyprus, Kuwait. In the UAE, we've already launched almost 5 parks. 3 are up and running and 2 are the renovation is ready, and we're in the process of getting the license. In fact, the partners are doing quite well in business in the OEE. So despite it being a completely different world, right? It's an Arab state. Games and events, all of this is in high demand. Attractions. In one of the parks, right in Dubai, a partner opened a whole WARPOINT cafe. They're making pizza and rolls. I'll tell you, it's excellent. We got the format right. Good food, satisfies. The need for 99% of people is really good food. Now, with the emergence of the first sites in other countries, demand for sales will grow abroad. It is clearly more difficult to sell distant foreign, especially modern furnishings, but thanks to the first partners who have already launched the first sites, We have an English-speaking team for venues operating abroad, providing full technical support and ongoing assistance. An account manager oversees the process from franchise purchase to renovation and park operations. So for the venues already operating abroad, we have an English-speaking team. Full technical support is provided, and there's ongoing assistance. This means we have an account manager who oversees the process from the initial franchise purchase to the renovation and the park's operation. So the organizational structure of the business is also fully prepared in this regard. We are ready for active scaling abroad. That is, the organizational structure of the business in this regard is also completely ready. So we are ready for active scaling abroad. We are also continuing to develop in the CIS Taos market. Right now, there's a trend where more franchises are being opened in smaller cities. Our business model and the Finnish model are also proving to be quite effective. There are many examples of parks opened in small towns with populations up to 100,000, even down to 50,000, where the numbers are comparable. Even in some small towns, even in regional centers. So there are towns with populations of 50,000 and others with 300,000. They have an average figure for the year, practically the same. So the business model is also proving to be quite effective. Even though the audience is small, there's a higher return because of the nature of these cities. There probably aren't that many places where you can go and have such vivid experiences. WARPOINT, it's perfect for that. We are also continuing to open our own venues through a partnership model with our partners. In Moscow in 2024, we launched 3 more parks with a total area of almost 2,500 square meters, costing between 25 to 75 million rubles. So we opened the largest WARPOINT park to date in a shopping mall in Russia. In the Columbus shopping center, the investment there amounted to almost 75 million rubles. As of today, the minimum investment amount for WARPOINT, the arena, which is a different format, is less. It requires less equipment, and there are no attractions. The park is larger. So the arena starts at 300 square meters, fully turnkey. Along with the franchise fee, the cost starts from about 6 to 7 million rubles. So this means to open a turnkey arena, along with the franchise fee in a small town, let's say, somewhere. Well, opening an arena abroad right now, probably the franchise fee starts at around $100,000 plus renovation starting from $100,000. You need to understand which specific market you're dealing with, and the peculiarities of the construction market in different countries vary for each one. There is a WARPOINT outdoor format that can be easily set up on a beach or in a crowded area. For this, you need a roof over your head, no direct sunlight, and of course, no precipitation. Set up in a high traffic area, keep sessions shorter, and aim for a higher average check. A high traffic area can yield more than a park in a shopping center due to traffic. The average check is like the norm, and you can earn even more than if you were to potentially open a whole park in a shopping and entertainment center, because you can make a lot of money from the traffic. What is the WARPOINT ecosystem? Our rapid growth and scale in Russia already, in the CIS, and worldwide suggests a comprehensive approach in terms of the IT component, the software and services that we use in our parks, as well as our partners. The most important part of this ecosystem is practically a whole ERP system, which we call internally. This is WARPOINT Booking. What is it? WARPOINT Booking is a whole suite of services that helps manage both guests, just like with products and money at the location. So from the name, it's clear. The booking system, as well as the loyalty system, payment processing, inventory, and financial product accounting, all of this is in the system. So WARPOINT Booking brings all these services together, makes them understandable and convenient. It allows us to analyze the audience that comes to us more deeply, digitize it, and manage the park more efficiently from a single interface. Another one of our new products is WARPOINT Battle. We have a special service and interface on our website where you can register your team, challenge another team, and already use our system. Leagues, tournament leagues, ranging from the Sand League to the Platinum League, participating in tournaments. To effectively conduct tournaments, we created another special resource and interface. Can you call it Tournament Bracket? The Tournament Bracket provides a unified system and design, making it convenient for partners to conduct tournaments and aiding in promotion for regular players. Unified design for easy tournaments, knowledge base for service management, a single interface that allows our partners to conduct tournaments even more conveniently, which helps us a lot in terms of promotion for our regular players. To make it clear how to manage these services, we created our own knowledge base. It's a whole online academy that includes a vast amount of information on how to open your own park, how to manage it, how to work with all the services, and everything new that we constantly introduce. How to manage it, how to work with all the services, and everything new that we constantly introduce, all of this is in the knowledge base that every franchisee has. There is constant access, a personal account, and a lesson system. There is a personal manager who will always help and explain how to work, including the knowledge base and the online academy. So, up until today, we manage all the processes of the virtual reality park using our own services, specifically developed for WARPOINT, taking into account all its features. This allows us to manage the virtual reality park as simply and efficiently as possible. This year, we also launched a new format for the WARPOINT franchise. This is WARPOINT Mini Dos Island, a format with minimal investment, which involves placing the arena right in the shopping and entertainment center's gallery, not in a separate room, so there's no need for renovations. I quickly got the equipment set up, produced the necessary furniture, set up the arena, and made the arrangements. And you start earning right away. It's very interesting for small towns or for good entertainment centers where there's an opportunity to set up such a venue. In today's video, we tried to share all the most interesting things that happened this year. Of course, we didn't have time to tell everything, so we'll hope that our videos will come out even more often. Therefore, if you are interested in the WARPOINT business, follow the link in the description. Leave a request. Our manager will contact you. If you are interested in the new WARPOINT Ministra format with minimal investment, follow the link in the description. Thanks everyone. Bye guys.